Hello, Gooners, and welcome back to Arsenal, your go-to source for everything Arsenal. If you're passionate about the Gunners and want all the latest updates on transfers, match news, and behind-the-scenes stories, make sure you hit that subscribe button and become part of our growing community. Now, let's jump straight into the breaking news and transfer moves making headlines in North London. Mikel Arteta's tactical evolution, how Arsenal's new midfield trio could change everything. The Emirates Stadium basked under the late summer sun on Saturday, but the warmth in the air wasn't just from the weather, it was from anticipation. Arsenal fans had been waiting for weeks, checking every lineup, scanning every training clip, and debating every hint from Mikel Arteta. Finally, they got what they'd been craving, a first look at the midfield combination that could define the club's season: Martin Zubimendi, Declan Rice, and Martin Degaard starting together from the very first whistle. This was more than just a friendly against athletic club. This was a sneak preview of Arsenal's tactical future. A summer signing with a purpose. Martin Zubimendi's arrival from Real Sociedad was not a transfer for headlines, it was a signing with a clear strategic purpose. The Spaniard, already renowned in La Liga for his reading of the game, intelligent positioning, and pinpoint passing, was seen by Arteta as the missing piece in a midfield that had often relied heavily on Rice's defensive security and Degaard's creative flair. Since stepping off the plane in London earlier this summer, fans had been eager to see how the 25-year-old would mesh with Arsenal's established midfield core. But Arteta resisted the temptation to throw him in alongside Rice and Degaard during the club's pre-season tour of Asia and again during the 3-2 defeat to Villarreal last Wednesday. It was patience, calculated patience. The big reveal. On Saturday, patience gave way to revelation. As the team sheets dropped an hour before kickoff, a murmur rippled through the crowd. There it was in black and white: Rice, Zubimendi, Degaard. The atmosphere at the Emirates lifted. For the first time, supporters could watch the dream partnership in action. The game ended in a comfortable 3-0 victory over Athletic Club, but the scoreline told only part of the story. What caught the eye was the shape, the movement, and the quiet understanding that seemed to exist between Arsenal's new midfield trio from the very start. A fluid midfield that defies labels. The most intriguing feature of the performance came in the constant swapping of positions between Zubimendi and Rice. At times, Rice dropped into the deep-lying role, sweeping up attacks and distributing the ball, while Zubimendi pushed slightly higher to connect with Degaard. Moments later, they'd switch, Zubimendi anchoring, Rice pressing forward into the half spaces. It was seamless. There was no frantic pointing, no confusion, just an intuitive understanding of space and movement. Arteta, speaking after the match, couldn't hide his satisfaction. Yeah, especially with the qualities that they have and the way they can complement each other in that space. We saw another evolution today on that, and things that the team can really benefit from to be much more unpredictable and be much more of a threat, especially from these inside positions. The word he kept returning to was evolution. This wasn't just about one good game in pre-season, this was about unlocking a level of tactical unpredictability Arsenal hadn't consistently shown before. Zubimendi's adaptation, very easy. After the game, Zubimendi's words to Arsenal.com reflected not just a comfort in his new surroundings, but genuine excitement. It was very easy, the team made it very easy for me. I think the rest of the team have integrated very well, I think the people on and off the pitch are very friendly. Declan and Martin Degaard are top players, the best in their position. It's time to learn, adapt, and enjoy it above all. It was a mature and grounded statement, but between the lines, there was an understanding that he had joined a project in motion, and that his role could be crucial. The importance of this game. This wasn't just another warm-up fixture. Coming off 2 defeats, even in friendlies, there was a sense that Arsenal needed to remind themselves, and their fans, of their winning habits. Zubimendi understood the significance. It was an important game because we came from 2 defeats. It's true that they were friendlies, but this club doesn't understand defeats in any context, so it was an important game to win and start the pre-season with a good feeling. The message was clear: results matter, even when there's nothing on the line, because mentality matters all the time. Why this trio changes everything. The Rice-Zubimendi-Degaard combination offers something Arsenal's midfield hasn't had in years: positional fluidity with triple threat capability. Rice brings defensive solidity, pressing power, and box-to-box energy. Zubimendi provides calm distribution, positional discipline, and a natural sense of where to be before danger develops. Degaard supplies the creative spark, threading passes into the front line and dictating the attacking tempo. Together, they can morph in real time, one moment forming a shield in front of the back four, the next swarming forward to overload the opposition's midfield. For opponents, it's a nightmare. Mark one, and the other two step into space. The road ahead. Saturday's win will be remembered by many Arsenal fans not for the goals, but for the glimpse it offered into what could become Arteta's most potent midfield since arriving at the club. The understanding will only deepen with time, and as competitive fixtures roll in, the trio's ability to adapt and dominate will be tested against the Premier League's best. For now, Arsenal fans can allow themselves a moment of optimism. They've waited for this partnership. Now, they've seen it. And if the early signs are anything to go by, Mikel Arteta's evolution may well be the key to turning title hopes into reality.